so I'm gonna tell y'all why I was just doing it. Had to be extra just a few minutes ago. But you gotta wait for that. Channel. If you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe button for me. Join the BSAP Club. Hit that notification bell so you turn off all post notifications so you can do when I drop a video. Now today, guys, I wanted to talk about. I had a video planned for today, but I wanted to talk about something that really just kind of sparked an idea, and I wanted to talk about the kind of stereotypical thoughts and reactions that people are gonna give to you or that you'll go through. Okay, when you buy a Granturismo, I guess buy a Maserati, period. Or even if you just like nice cars and you happen to buy a nice car, exotic car or a supercar. I want to talk about some of the things that people are gonna say to you, or some of the things that people are gonna think about you. So to a lot of guys, it's gonna be I'm gonna do younger guys, then I'll do older guys after. But for the younger guys, if you're a little, I'll probably say 40 and down. 40 and down. Okay, so if you're 40 and down. Okay, and you buy a Granturismo, and I'm just going to use the Granturismo because that's what I have. More likely this will apply to other Maseratis as well, but specifically this is for the Granturismo. So if you buy a Granturismo and you are 40 and under, okay, the closer you are to 18, or the closer you are to whatever legal driving age is in your state, the more, and I would say this is probably reaction numeral, numeral number one, numeral uno, that if you're younger like me, most people that think that if you have this car, that they're gonna try to figure out how you got it. They're gonna try to figure out how you're able to afford it. Now we know what these cars go for in the used market. Some of them do cost more. Some of them cost a lot of money. So the sliding scale for prices on this car is like it's crazy, right? So you could have bought one of these at full MSRP. You could have bought one of these, well, not this one, but you could have bought a 08, 09 for like, 20 grand, right? So I say that to say this, right? Nobody's gonna know that. Nobody's running the car gurus when they see the car, for the most part. Maybe one or two will. But most people are not gonna run the car gurus or run the Hemmings, okay, DuPont registry or eBay to try to see how much this car is in reality. So they're just gonna go off what they think. They're gonna go off what they believe about Maserati, what they know about Maserati in terms of pricing. Okay, so you can't go on how much the car actually costs. All right, so most people, the closer you are to 18 under 40, they're gonna try to figure out how you got it. They're gonna try to figure out how you can afford it. They're gonna probably want to ask you what you do for a living, and even before that, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna think something negative. I'm gonna be honest. I've got a few weird looks in this car. Now I get a lot of love in this car, a lot of thumbs up, car guys, but the other side of that, is really it's kind of like taking me for a loop. Like, I've had cars that grab attention before, but it's the first car like this. This is like it's the first kind of car you don't see too much, so it's a different kind of attention. Okay. And I will say that the other side, opposed to the love, it's strange. Like, I've had a few people, that looked at me like, kind of like he got to be doing something negative. He has to be, he's a drug dealer, or, he's doing something negative. You just get that look, that feeling, the way that you feel like they're looking at you kind of like with disgust, kind of, I guess. Like, when I first got the car over the summer, I had parked, I was on Sag Harbor, and I had parked the car down by the wharf, and I was just sitting in the car looking at the water. And this lady just looked at the grill. She looked at me through the window, and just, I don't know, she just was not a smile. There was no smile. It was, I just felt like, I don't know what it was. It was just a look of, disgust, or kind of like subtle passive aggression. I don't know. But if you're closer to 18, you are going to get some people that think negative things about you. They're going to think that you're a drug dealer. They're going to think, until they know you, right? So until they know what your job is, until they know that you started a business or whatever it is, right? They're going to judge you just because they can't figure it out. And it's not your job to try to have to tell them. It's not your job, okay, to try to help them understand. Really, you really shouldn't care about it. You shouldn't be thinking about it, but I'm just telling you guys, just so you know what's going to come. You will get police attention in this car. You will get a lot of police looking at you. It's strange to me, because, not strange, but it's a little awkward. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was at a stoplight, and I was listening to some music in the car, and I was, it was a good song, so, I was into it, and it was a cop. The cop had pulled up right next to me in the left lane, and he was just watching me, and I know he was looking at the car, and he gave me a nod, but it was just strange, right? Like, to have a cop pull up to you, okay, just right there, it just throws you, if he's just looking at you, it throws you out. And it does, like, you know. So, and I'm not saying that's even bad attention. You know, I haven't gotten pulled over in this car yet. Knock on wood. You know, I haven't gotten any, you know, bad type of attention, negative type of attention. You know, that a lot of that kind of stuff happened more so in the Benz. You know, I'll be honest with you. But then a month of getting that car, I got pulled over. You know, he said it was for a cell phone. Didn't give me a ticket, but you know, he definitely pulled me over. Ran all my stuff, so you know, I'm not saying I wasn't wrong. I don't know. You know, some stops, it's, you know, I don't know. I've definitely had stops go away where, you know, they were definitely wrong, and I'll get into some of those stories a little bit later on. Okay, later on. Not now. I don't want to do that in this video, but you know, I'm just saying for the public, for the most part, you know, you're gonna get a lot of, if you're closer to 18, you know, closer you are to 18, the worse it's gonna be for you. You know, so you know, if you're in your 20s, most likely all your peers that don't know you, that went to school with you, everybody's gonna think you're probably up to something. If they can't physically see what it is, like if you're not showing off what you do, if you're not bragging about what you do, you're quiet about what you do, for the most part, you're not a braggadocious person, or you just don't feel like telling everybody, like a lot of people are just gonna speculate, you know, and they will. As sad as it is, that's just the way it is, you know. You know, this car, it can bring you a lot of great attention. It can bring you a lot of, you know, kids love this car. A lot of people like seeing this car. You know, car guys like seeing this car. You know, car girls like seeing this car. You know what I mean? Car women. So, you know, it does bring you a lot of good attention, great attention. Provides you a lot of ways to market if that's what you want to do. You know, but I do want to tell you guys at the same time, it is going to bring some attention that you really kind of don't want. Like I said, some people might look at you with a negative light on what you do, you know, if they don't know what you do, I'm saying, you know, and you're younger. Also, if you're younger, you should watch where you drive the car, where you park the car, where you bring the car. You know, people are watching you, you know, in a car like this, you stick out, you do. When you're younger, you're more oblivious to what's going on around you, you're not as in tune as when you're a little bit older. So you guys need to, you know, be a little bit more wary about what you do, you know, who you show your car to, who you know, let ride in there, bring to your house, all of that, you know what I mean, because it draws a lot of attention, and it can draw the negative side. So, you know, be careful. You know, a lot of people, this is a car that people will try to follow you, okay? This is a car that draws that kind of attention. People will try to get your attention in it, you know, riding along the side of you, smiling, waving, you know, telling you you like the car, all of that, you know. Be very aware, you know, when you're driving something like this, you know, and all of the negative opinions that people give you, like if they want to tell you that, or think you're a drug dealer, or think you're, you know, doing something illegal, you know, let people think what they want to think. You don't have time to sit there and explain your life to people, you know, and you don't have time to sit there and explain that you busted your ass in college, or busted your ass in school, or you put the money up to start a business, and nobody's gonna understand. Nobody, you know, and they're not, because they don't have one, and that's really what it is. It's about, you know, this is America. Everybody wants what they can't have, you know, and you know, this is not a car that you see every day, you know, and it's not. So a lot of you guys, I just want to make aware, you know, that, you know, it could draw all different types of attention for you, you know. And if people think, put it like this, if people think that you're a dealer in this car, they're gonna think that you're a big dealer. They're gonna think you're a big drug dealer. If they think that you're doing, you know, something illegal, and you're getting, you know, you're acquiring stuff that they can't, then they're gonna think you're very big time, you know. But again, I don't want you guys to pay attention to that. I wanted to talk about that because a lot of guys, that I've seen in forums or in a Facebook group have talked about that. You know, there's also somebody that talked about that in a comment. You know, so I really wanted to expound on that because it's true. A lot of people might think that you do something negative. A lot of, you know, especially if you're not like 60, 70 years old, you're not a retired doctor or something like that. You know, retired lawyer, or, you know, you sold your business, and you know, if you're on the younger side, a lot of people, they're just looking in. You know, they don't understand that, you know, that you worked, you know, 24 hours in a day, and you worked 20 of them. You know, 24 hours, or you might have worked a whole 24. They don't understand that. They don't understand that you know, like I said, some people busted their ass in college. Some people busted their ass starting their business. Some people, you know, busted their ass on their job. You know, some people busted their ass having 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You know, whatever it takes to get what you want to get. You know, a lot of people aren't going to understand the grind. They just all they see is the glitter. They never understand the grind. You know, and they don't. You know, so I really wanted to, you know, talk more about that. You know, it is one of them cars that, you know, draws attention, all kinds of attention. You know, okay, so for the older guys now, okay, the stereotypes that you are going to be receiving with this car is everybody's going to think you have a pocket full. Don't be surprised when people start asking you for money. Okay, don't be surprised if young girls start coming around and start asking you for money. You know, no, but really though, you know, for the older guys, this car will make everybody think that you have a pocket full. It will bring you attention. Again, negative attention as well. So, you know, like for instance, you know, on Long Island, there've been a lot of people getting their cars stolen at gas stations and stuff like that. So that's why I say, you know, if you're older, this car will bring you attention. Again, watch where you drive it, watch where you park it, you know, watch your surroundings, and be very aware of what's going on around you. You know, because again, it draws attention, guys. I don't want to, you know, I just want to try to make you aware. If you want one, or if you have one, whatever the case is, you know, this car should only be really driven in, you know, areas where you feel comfortable leaving the doors open. You know, really. You know, if you can't leave your doors open on your house, you shouldn't really drive this in that area. You know, really. You know, and I know that sounds kind of crazy in today's world, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know, you get the gist of what I'm talking about. You know, it's crazy. I didn't know this car was, in the pictures and video, this car doesn't really do itself justice. You know, when I got the car, it was different. You know, I even said, damn. You know, so I didn't see too many of them before I bought it. You know, maybe saw 2 or 3 of them. I really didn't get to study them like that and all of that. So, you know, but like I said, guys, after I got it and I realized how much attention this car draws, it draws a lot of attention. You know, and I'm sure, you know, it's not all positive. You know, and I've gotten looks. I've gotten just little looks and little, you know, stares that, you know, you can feel the energy. You can feel it's kind of negative. You know, so, and, you know, seeing the forum, seeing the group chat, you know, of how people are treated with this car in person, in reality. You know, like I said, see one in person and you'll really see how it looks. You'll see how exotic it looks. You'll see, you know, like I said, pictures and video really doesn't do it justice. That's why I think it grabs so many people when they actually see it in person. You know, but yeah, I just really wanted to touch on that, guys, that it's whether you're younger, whether you're older, this car is going to bring you a lot of different attention, different stereotypes. You know, if you're older, they might think you're going through a midlife crisis. You know, they might not understand the whole car thing. They really might think you're going through a midlife crisis. You know, think it, if you're younger, some people might not take you serious if you have a business. Some people might, you know, they might think that only just in the business to buy cars or something stupid like that. You know, there's a lot of different reactions, a lot of different ways people will feel about you driving something like this. Is very polarizing. You know, there's a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, an Aston Martin. You know, a lot of those cars, you know, they're polarizing. You know, so they force people to have an opinion about the car and you. You know, so you know, I personally don't really care about people's opinions. You know, I know that's not everybody, but that's me. I just don't. You know, I don't have enough time in the day. You know, but I do want to make people aware that do want one. I do, you know, have one. You know, that it can bring you all types of attention, not just, you know, thumbs up, good car, and nice car, and all that. You know, so yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.